Here, for folks like us, wrong city, wrong people.
Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Aesop Grimm here, and this is the continuation of my foray into surviving Mars. Ironically, I think this might be the game that I am most involved in with recording. I'm really enjoying this game a lot. Maybe even more so than Bannerlord. And Cyberpunk is fun and interesting, but Cyberpunk right now, with the way that we're doing it, it feels like homework. I'm sort of like figuring things out with it, and so that's actually work and effort. And I'm a little bit slower on the progress end of that than what I want to be. I really kind of want to pick that pace up some, but it's going to take some willpower. Here in this game right here, though, I'm having a ton of fun, and I want to show you guys what we've got coming up, basically. So on the immediate horizon, like this episode, what we're looking at is we're looking to get our polymer factory going. Let's see, this is filling up right now with resources. We have this supply pod on its way, and it's got another fuel refinery in it that I'm going to set up over here, along with a moisture evaporator. So we're going to set those things up here. We're going to, I believe, because I kind of played ahead a little bit and experimented with it some, I think we're going to have to add a windmill right here to help with power at nighttime. So that's the first thing that we got going on. The second thing then is to get our factory production going, and that's where we're going to order a passenger rocket full of engineers. And we won't have everything going, but I believe we'll be able to get our polymer factory, and if I can select it, our small machine parts factory going. Those two things. After that, what we're looking at is this concrete deposit coming to the end of its life cycle. We have 451 left. What that's going to mean is I'm going to want to set up our next concrete extraction right here. It's 3,400 worth. We're going to set up 2 again, and we're just really going to just transfer operations over there. That means I'm also, in conjunction with what I tell you next, going to want to destroy all of this. I'll show you why here in a minute, but before I do, if we are going to destroy this, that means, oh, you know, this guy right here, I hate to destroy that. Boy, I wish I could just salvage that. I don't know, guys. Well, I may have to find a different answer there, but I think all of these solar panels, there's 20 of them in total, 10 right here, 5 here, and 5 here, are going to get, I'm going to make 20 right here, 10 on each side, so that we can get rid of this solar panel farm. Boy, as I'm looking at this, that means we're gonna have to get rid of this too. Maybe not. Okay, I'm thinking about transferring these also. There is no transfer. It's destroy these and remake them over here. So it would be the one additional already that's gonna go up for the new, what do you call this? Fuel refinery. In addition to these 4, or 4 replacements for them. And then I'll destroy these. So why? Why do all of that? This is what's bringing it. This is my main point. This is what I've been talking. I've given you the setup for this. If we look at domes, I'm telling you, I really want to call them dorms for some reason. I have a comfort place right here, a vista. For me to take advantage of it, I can't be any farther over to the right than this. but I think this puts me just out of range of being able to build a passageway to connect the two. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure. If I'm right about that, that means I'm really kind of losing out on that dream of mine where I was going to make a education dome. And I was going to kind of like make this a comfort dome and then make this one right here an education/residential dome that had all of the kids' education, some research facilities, a Martian university, and the residential areas in it. And this dome right here was going to be turned into a specialized services dome with a bunch of comfort things in it, gardens and stuff like that. I think that is not going to be able to happen the way that I would want it to, which is to take advantage of this vista right here, as well as be connected via passage. So what that left then was to create another two-dome structure like what we have right here, all the way over here, where you have another comfort dome here with a metal deposit if we want to take advantage of that. And then you have a mining dome for these two rare metals deposits. It's too far away to connect via passageway. But what we could do is set up a railroad. I think. I've never messed with railroads before. So that means destroying all of this as well as all of this if I want to get clean access to this depot. But we'll kind of play it. Because I don't know what I'm doing, I can't really tell you exactly for sure how this is going to work out. But you at least have my vision in mind and what we're working towards. I obviously don't want to get rid of my moisture vaporator and my fuel refinery. And I don't want to get rid of my Stirling generator here. But I'm definitely going to get rid of all this. And we're going to rebuild it over here. And I'm thinking I will probably get rid of the solar panels so that my train station has access to this depot. Now, I don't know, maybe I guess I could do this, huh? That might be how I go, but see, that's what I mean. Like we'll sort of cross this bridge when we get to it. So tearing down these solar panels might be the last thing that I do. We'll get rid of this section right here, and then try to run a train station out to this area and set up our next expansion for over here. But we're not there yet. We're working towards that. For right now, we're just going to focus on getting the next fuel refinery set up over here, and then getting new engineers here and opening up the polymer factory and the small machine parts factory. So we'll unpause it. I hope I said that well enough to understand. I get really wordy sometimes, and people can get lost in all of the detail. That's why I really appreciate people who are able to speak with what's called word economy, because I'm not very good at it myself. You always appreciate what you're not good at yourself, and you notice it, right? But even though it was real wordy, I hope I made myself clear and didn't lose you guys in all the detail. How could I simplify that? This is just for my own use. I'm just practicing here, guys. So basically, fuel refinery up, 1 windmill. Phase 2, get my production going with polymers, small machine parts, and shipping engineers in. Phase 3, get this entire operation transferred over here and delete this stuff and salvage it all. Stage 4, start to maybe place domes where I might have them marked out, and then look at how to form a train station around that and where my other endpoint will be.
Council session open.
Okay, let's land this. Hit this.
All of those chemicals released into the air.
Okay, we can vote on this now. Residential buildings have increased capacity. This law is prepared and can be enacted through a vote.
Vote passed.
But not a regular vacuum. That would cause an explosion. Remember, folks, you heard it first, right here on Revelation Radio.
That little click you guys hear, I've noticed this does come over the audio, because I've heard it in videos whenever I go back to listen what the audio's like. That's the mute mic button on my headset that you can hear. On my old Cloud 2 headset, it was an inline amplifier that had a mute mic switch, and you couldn't detect that. On your end, it was totally seamless. On my end, I knew that I had switched it to mute and I could sneeze or whatever like that. But with this Cloud 3 headset, you can actually audibly hear it. Mute and then unmute. You get like a click sound. So I just wanted you guys to know what that was. You, my friend, need to be gathering things. Like, here's some polymers out here. These are polymers, right? Yeah. Okay. Salvage that. Move my third Explorer vehicle up here. We're doing 1100 plus research now. Go ahead and I think put up a windmill first. You're gonna go basically, I think right here would work real well. And the fuel refinery is going to go further down. I want some space between it and this universal depot. So right there is good. And then we're going to attach the moisture evaporator right here. And we're going to check this and make sure that fuel is now allowed to be stored here. Okay, something I noticed during my little test playthrough, I really wanted to play this game, but I wasn't in a position that I could actually record it, or maybe I just didn't feel like recording. So I actually played it for a little while, but knowing that I was just going to reload this save to record the next episode. And in doing so, this guy ended up breaking down because of lack of maintenance. So I don't know if this is how it's done, but I'm going to bounce this back up to 3. That's the default. The default position. And hopefully that will lead to machine parts getting loaded on here so that this little drone hub can make use of them to maintain our water pump. I want to do the same thing right here, bounce it up to its default position of 3. I like these to be the darker color. Okay. So what was going on is that this guy was running out of power at nighttime. So we didn't have enough batteries to discharge. They're like, let's call it throttle capped, because they can only discharge a maximum of 20 at a time. And they'll do that all night long because they have 20 watts stored in them, right? Or what, 200 watts, or whatever measurement we're going to say this is. But they discharge only 20 at a time, so if your need exceeds that, you still have power problems. Well, I could put that windmill right here and extend this line. These are my established power areas, right? Why not do that? I could even fit another one in right here. But for whatever reason, I have found that sometimes power has to be relatively close. Like it somehow loses its way or something. I don't know quite what to make of it. Sometimes it seems to work out that way, other times it doesn't. But I decided to put this windmill in close proximity to the thing that was having problems, and it fixed it. Okay, it is really time for us to, we got 909 million. It's time for us to order engineers. So we'll go to our specialization group. We're gonna downvote scientists and no specialization. Downvote medics. We're gonna open it up to engineers. Now that'll get us 9. Okay. If I go to perks, I think gamer, I think we can take that off of the no-no list, and it pushes us to 11. So these 11 engineers, they're going. We need them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. That leaves one more. That I can bring. And it doesn't really look like... Am I seeing that right? There's nobody available? That can't be right. Here, okay, so as soon as I thumbs up, took it off thumbs down. So we could... There's 5 eligible scientists. There just simply weren't any medics. Okay. Okay, fair enough. There are 4 geologists. I don't really know if I can't recall if I need more no specialization or not. I'm going to just say yes, I do. We only need 1, so let's just look for one that's got a lot of stuff going for her or him. Nerd, enthusiast, gamer. Maybe something that doesn't have gamer in it, but is a triple positive. There we go. Survivor, enthusiast, workaholic. Eduardo Carvalho. And we will launch this group of people. Carvalho means horse in Portuguese. Well, actually, it's not just horse because it's the male version, so it means stallion. Don't ask me how I know this, it's none of your business. Alright, we want to salvage these things right here. Also, I noticed that again we are running out of space here. Well, I guess we're not right now, but we will be. So I'm going to put concrete up. Yeah, I'm going to put it up here. Okay. Our travelers are 15% of the way here. We're down to 56 food, but I think we're close to another, another crop. So I want to set this right now to wheat, and then this is going to be soybeans. We're just alternating until this soil quality gets up. The soybeans create the soil quality. The soybeans create the soil quality, and I want that to get to 100%. It looks like we have 2 unemployed. I still might build a college dome coming off of here. And maybe these kids that are born out here will have to take the train in. Maybe that's how that would work. Or maybe I'm wrong about how far this passageway. It just would be real nice to get that vista in play. But I don't think I can. Plus, on top of that, I would need these to be gone. Which I guess I do have the room in the apartments that I could make that happen. That they would take up temporary residence in the apartments while I set this new residential / education dome up. I don't know, just stuff I'm thinking about. We'll kind of deal with it as it comes. Are you getting taken care of out here yet? Okay, see, they are. They are bringing the machine parts. Current deterioration is 95%. Does that mean like it's almost completely deteriorated? This is a machine part, right? Yeah. Well, one of these guys, maybe this guy's on his way. Carrying nothing. Okay. What is he doing now? He's going to the water extractor. I didn't click this, by the way. He did that on his own. %. Okay, this Lance number 1 is ready to take off. We still have 3 rare metals here, now 4, but we're gonna go ahead and have him take off because we got another one inbound. And that other one can just get the excess. Research is complete. So we are moving through our research. Where are you going now? Going to location. Oh man, I'm just a little bit nervous about this 97%. It sure does seem like it's almost busted. Last serviced 162 hours ago. Okay, hold on. Here, grab you. Get resources. Oh, I think that means that it's going to take waste rock and put it here. Maybe when these things reach 100%, that's when it flags and says, hey, I need to be serviced. And then you have a certain amount of time to service it before it actually breaks. Oh yeah, that's there. Deliver your 0.6 of waste rock there. 97%. Alright, well, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that, guys. Once we get to 65% of the way here, I think that's about the time that I want to start having my polymer factory constructed. You need to get these materials. Okay. 88% done here, 89, okay. Boy, what a relaxing game. Oh snap, we got a research facility right here. That would be perfect for a college dorm. Because I would want to couple research with college, with like all of my education. I want a dormitory that is designed to go K through advanced education and have, it would be like a campus and have my research facilities on it. So we might set something up like that all the way out here and have a train connect to that. We got more water here. Okay. Personal space. A colonist has snapped. Oh no. They demand more personal space and have barricaded inside their house until their demands are met. You arrive at the scene just to see a chair flying out of a window, smashing right in front of the crowd of concerned colonists. You hear the hysterical cries from inside. Leave me alone. I don't need to see any of you. As you come closer, the crowd turns towards you. I don't think you should tolerate this kind of behavior. Neither should you be draconian about it. You need to get them help. I agree, we all need more personal space. All residences grant more comfort, but provide less living space. No, you're all gonna lose comfort. You didn't come to Mars for a picnic. If you get to the point that you can't handle it here anymore, nobody's forcing you to stay. You can take the next rocket home. But this is how it is, and we need people that have the right mental makeup. I'm not mocking you if you can't make it. This is a tough place to be. And maybe you come out here with the best of intentions and you find out it's just you don't have the makeup for it. That's not an indictment on you. You're just meant to be elsewhere, and you need to go elsewhere. Pack your bags. You're on the next rocket out of here. I believe that that's how you answer that. Current deterioration 100%. A drone is on the way to repair this building. So you do get a certain amount of time. And it only flags at 100% to keep you from wasting parts. Okay. That makes sense to me. Okay. How are we doing here? 396. We still got a ways to go. We may not have to move these guys until a future episode. Might not even happen in the next episode. But they're gonna have to go away over to here here pretty soon. This will act probably as my clock. It'll give me time to bring more engineers in and get everything up and running as far as self-sustainability, and let the colony give it time to see if it's actually stable or not. See, we got 93 food now. Before continuing with further expansion efforts. And I do think that my next expansion effort is gonna be my research / education dome. And we're gonna connect that via train rather than coming over here. This will be after that. How are we doing here, by the way? Producing 7.2. Okay. What's our comfort looking like? 51, 68. Maybe it would be wise to go ahead and drop a large garden in here until I need to replace it. You're gonna go there, and also an open air gym. We'll get those two things up and running. Where are we at? 97%. Let's go ahead and get you built. I'm late to the party on that. Let's also make you a high priority. Do I have any research things on the map that I need to send explorers out to? No, I don't see any. You can land right here. They're gonna bring a little bit more food with them also. 12 units. These I can set up for salvage.
Fabrizio, and you are listening to
Fabrizio.
Unlock the mystery and find out what the future holds after this.
Alright, I don't have jobs for these guys right just yet, but I should hear shortly. Oh, that's right. I need to bring you up also. So we actually got kind of a lot of construction going on at once. Okay, if I remember correctly, this needed to stay at one shift for the time being. Polymer factory's going up right now. The gym looks like it's up. Yep. Oh, it's almost up. There, now it's up. Okay. How are we looking here? One more concrete needed. Oh, that's right. I think it's the U button. No, C. There we go. C button. And then U button. No. The V. Yes. Okay, that's all connected now. And I believe you're supposed to get all 3 shifts. It'll take a little while for it to shake out to be the people that are supposed to be working there. Okay, my garden is up. Average comfort is raised to 56. And we're still not making electronic parts, which might not be a good thing because I don't really quite know where or how, but we're consuming 5 electronics. Maybe that's for like today. Maybe it took electronics to build stuff, so I think maybe that's what it's telling me. How many electronics did I use today? Now, why are you at 0? Why are you a problem on electricity? We'll have to watch that when evening time comes again. We're now working on a crop of wheat. Okay. We got 6 kids in class.
Council session open.
What about you? Prepare. This is, really only for the founders. I think I'm gonna go with probably outsourcing. We'll prepare that. So what things are about right now is stability. We're not even really through the full phase yet because I need to get this building up also. But we're looking to see what's our sanity like in the domes, what's our production level like. See, we haven't done this long enough to have a production level. We need at least a day to pass, I think. But we'll need to monitor that. It looks like things are starting to shake out. We have 6 open jobs and nobody is unemployed. So we still need more engineers, like quite a few more really. This is going to be a resource hog. What are things looking like over here? 16 of 27, 12 of 27. We're gonna probably need another apartment complex right here before it's all said and done, but we don't need it right now. I don't really know what I'm gonna put here. I guess maybe garden stuff. But I'll figure that out when we have to replace this. Everything else should be completely fully staffed. I was wrong. The infirmary is not. Why is there a scientist here? Oh, that's right, I'm over by one scientist. Caroline, specialization scientist. Okay, Carolina. You're fully staffed. Over here. You're fully staffed, you're fully staffed, you're fully staffed. Our gray hairs can work productively and still have kids. That was kind of an incredible technology that I got. I don't think I need to order new parts, but I am kind of monitoring this. Okay, this looks like signs of dust devils. I would want a basic dome out here. Would I be in... I would not be able to be in range of both the Vista and the Science. So, we would probably set up right here. But it has to be self-sufficient. So, we got water we can pipe in. And I would need room to expand out for power lines. Probably right here would be a really good spot. This might be... let's see. Well... okay, so what I'm looking at is where I can draw my lines off of to put things like power. And I think what I'm going to want to do is create maybe from here. I want to fill this stuff all in. So I don't like that. No, I really don't like that. I guess I just gotta be happy with the jaggies. This is my brain doing silly stuff again. Everybody's got quirks, right? Okay, I want to set that up. I want to fill this whole thing in. So we're going to bring my recon commander out here, or my RC commander, I mean. You're ready to go home already? 16 of 30. Where are these 4 rare metals sitting at? Boom, 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 boom. Where are you at? Here. Yeah, there seems to be one sitting right there. It got picked up. So that's one of them. There's 3 more. Okay, it's actually showing me the drones that are carrying them. How many? 1. Okay. Let the drones deliver what they can. Well, where did you take him to? Didn't you put him on this rocket? We're at 17. I know that there were drones carrying them. Oh, he's getting charged up. I think both these guys are carrying. Rare metals. Well, this guy's not. Okay. There's not one there. There's a drone with one. He's delivering it right now. Here's a drone. Okay. That's 2 that are accounted for. 3. And I'm not quite sure where that 4th one is at. Maybe it's in the process of being made. It should say 3 now. I saw this drone take one on there. It takes a little while to update maybe, or did it? Oh, this guy came off. So they stay on here for a little while. That simulates actually getting it strapped down and stuff. That's pretty cool. I've done this kind of work before. Strap down loads in aircraft and stuff. You don't just roll something onto aircraft, you have to anchor it down. And weight distribution is absolutely critical. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and tell it it can come home. This guy in here will finish up his job, and whenever he wheels out, then that operation should be done, and our rocket will take off. Oh, never mind, it's done. Is that our boy? Sayonara. I think I saw that he had 17 or 18 rare metals on him, so we're gonna get some money for that. We're up to 1.6 bill. Last export, 814 million. Alright, so that's going well. Let's take a look at our earthing operation here. Yeah, this is going to take a little while, looks like. Okay, we're growing new crops. Need to set this up for wheat. The next crop, right now we're growing soybeans. Soil level currently at 70% quality. So things are getting better and better. So our food's at 110. What's our consumption like? 15 per day. We're looking decent here. Do we have a what is going on here? Solar panels are down. Okay, if I open the power generation here, then he gets power again. So it is a power problem. It's an evening power problem. Yeah, contamination zone. Okay. So now that the panels are up, I should be able to close this guy down again. Alright. Do we have a production? It's 7.1 per soul. I should be looking up here. Polymer production 4. Polymer maintenance 0.6. Okay, that's good. So we're self-sustainable there. We're making more than we're using. Machine part production is 1. And the maintenance is 1.9. So that's bad. And right here, production, of course, is 0. Consumption says 7. That's terrifying. I don't know if that's just because I built a bunch of stuff in one day or if it's telling me it's 7 per day. Because we will chew through what we got in 3 days' time. Production is at 1.2. I don't have any unemployed. Well, so basically we need another rocket. Yeah, I mean, really, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We need more engineers. Well, there's only... Dang, man, there's only 2? Bro, we need more than that. I don't want to bring all 8. What are their issues? Alcoholic, probably. Rugged, so she's good to go. Survivor and sexy, she's good to go. Rugged, alcoholic, and composed. Work performance is lowered by 10. It can be caused by sanity breakdowns. Oh, 2 girls here. All 4 are girls. Clara and Amanda are drinkers. Gambler and alcoholic. Middle-aged female. I don't know. No. That sounds like trouble. It does. It sounds like trouble. Alright. Well, we need more engineers. I have the feeling that we need to monetarily support ourselves. Until we get more engineer applicants. As opposed to just taking anybody. I think we should really just start focusing on getting our education dome put together out here. This looks like it's almost done. Oh gosh, are they gonna take out that Vista site? I didn't mean to do that. Delivering waste rock. Where? Who's delivering this waste rock that you speak of? Perhaps I can. Bring you guys over. Well, there's no waste rock there. I need to get them in a position that they can convert something to waste rock, I think. Oh, it might be able to get some waste rock from right here. Is anybody going for it? Well, yeah, this dude is. No, he went and got concrete. Okay. Because only one of them is going out there to fetch it, it makes me think that only one is needed. So this is almost done. We can set up this new dormitory. Shoot, you know, we're gonna need more drone hubs. Like 2 more, I think. And if we're gonna grab this water. Well, we're at 1.7 bill. So... Where are you at? Drone hub. 2. That leaves me 10 kilograms.
Welcome back, my good listeners. Fabo here, and I'm about to tell you. Have you ever heard of geomagic? Oh no. No. I know what you're thinking. If you were thinking what I was thinking.
780
no,
mil.
It's not rock magic. Well, yeah, maybe I guess it's a little like throwing the stones. Though it actually looks more like dominoes. Anyway, I'm only using to
not
predict
bad.
the
We're still at
future.
943 mil.
As soon as I figure out how to translate the system to Martian spiritual harmonics.
95%.
Reading these charts in the mirror. This is Fabo, and I'll have the future for you coming up. Right
Okay,
after
you,
this.
amigo,
You are listening to Revelation Radio.
I want you to gather everything you can right here and bring it back. Okay, what are we gonna do next here? Tracks are easier to repair and trains are safer for passengers. Well, we probably ought to build that in anticipation. We want the rover command AI also. What's this do? Oh, this allows me to build my own drone hubs, right? Yeah. Okay. Colonists without proper specialization suffer a lower work penalty. That might be needed. Colonists no longer take a comfort penalty while traveling. That I can hold off on. This... I probably need to get this queued up right now. And then we'll take this one. And then we'll take this. Unlock new crops, that might be interesting. What's this gene selection do? Double the chance that a colonist will have or gain a rare trait. And what do we have? Drone hubs no longer require power or maintenance. Instant and free power cable construction. Power cables don't suffer from faults. Instant and free pipe construction. Pipes don't suffer from leaks. And seniors can work and have children. Okay. Boy, this little drone is doing all the work. Why is that? Oh, well, because there's only one. Oh, I gotcha. And he doesn't really have any real waste rock to grab. Okay. Also, I think we should put a small waste rock thing right here, because he produces waste rock. This guy's a quarter of the way here. %. So one waste rock is 1%, I guess. This makes me wonder if I came up to here. Because I'm not sure if maybe they can convert these little rocks into waste rock. I can't recall. So we're going to find out. I need to get going too, because I want to go see at least a little bit of this Philly-San Francisco game. I just got done watching the Bills hold off the Jaguars barely in their wild card game. Every single NFL wild card game has been a dogfight so far. Buffalo and Jacksonville is the first one I've actually watched. Just not really into football like I used to. A lot of it has to do with not liking the game as much. There's a pretty good portion of annoyance with the political aspects the NFL in particular has taken over the years that really kind of turned me off, and I've never really made it back from that. That just really bothered me. Looks like they're not doing anything. But mostly, I just kind of missed the kind of football that we saw in the 80s and 90s. It's hard for me to remember the 80s because I was pretty young, but I can remember watching guys like John Elway and Ronnie Lott, Joe Montana, Steve Atwater, just focusing on Denver, San Fran right now, but I remember those guys. I remember Lawrence Taylor. I remember Reggie White with the Eagles and their amazing defensive line. I guess that would be more 90s. It was late 80s into early 90s. But anyway, that was I thought that was a better game. These days, the game doesn't seem to be quite as tactical to me. It seems to be a lot more athlete-driven. And the idea is to get your athletes into space. That, to me, has always been more of the college game, so I don't really like it with the NFL. With the NFL, I like it to be about execution and brains, strategy, tactics. Not saying that there's no strategy or tactics involved. There's plenty, but it doesn't feel like it's the same as it used to be. And the rules are often confusing. I think the referees have a much harder job because the rules can be very granular at times, like what constitutes a catch. Defenses, I think, are really held back. And there's a reason for it. The player bodies have gotten so huge, along with speed, because of the proliferation, the availability, the affordability of performance-enhancing, I'm going to say drugs, but like whatever you would call it. It's not illegal drugs. It's like creatine and stuff like that, you know? These kids can start taking it at a very early age and then just be absolute beasts by the time they get to the NFL. The size-speed ratio is just insane, and these collisions that they're having are like the force of train wrecks, you know? So you have to have defenses, or you have to have rules in place to protect players. Whereas when you had smaller bodies playing in the 80s and the 90s, you had a much more violent game, but it was safe. You weren't likely to take the damage that you do these days. So it's not like it was 100% safe. You had a chance to get hurt, but quarterbacks didn't have the rules that they have on them now. Secondaries were able to really, especially safeties. That was the golden era. The 80s and the 90s was the golden era of the absolute nightmare of a strong safety. Those dudes could really light you up, man. And a receiver had to have a lot of courage to go over the middle and catch a pass. This is one of the things that made Jerry Rice who Jerry Rice was, is that he could routinely go over the middle and get yards after catch and not lose his life doing it, you know? So it was a different game that could be played in a different way because you didn't have the kinetic force in the collisions that you do now due to body mass and speed. That's my opinion. It's not like I've read articles or research on this. That's just kind of my take on how things are. So I don't enjoy the game as much because the rules, there's so many different rules that I think handcuff defenses and make it hard on the refs to make calls. But those rules are there. Like, how are you going to complain about them? They're kind of necessary now. So I don't know what the answer is. The answer is your game is just not as good. It's not as good of a product as it used to be, in my opinion. I think there are plenty of people, because I used to be here at one point in time, there are plenty of younger people that are like, well, you're just from a different era and you missed that because that's what you're used to. Maybe that might be a viable argument. But I think the game was objectively better, not subjectively better. I don't know how I would prove that. But it was more exciting to me to watch football back then than it is now. Even if you remove the political aspect of it completely and you just look at how teams are constructed, what kinds of offenses they're running, the way that the rules are.
Council session open.
How teams are forced to play. To me, it's like looking at the difference. Look at basketball. The three-point line used to be further back than what it is now. And if you went into the paint in the 90s, you were taking your life into your own hands. It was a really, really, really physical game. And without being murder, you know, it's just that basketball was a really physical game in the 90s. There was a lot of hard contact that you just don't see these days because the game's changed. Well, I think that basketball, they call that the golden era. Why do they do that? Why do they call it the golden era? Why is there enough people to analyze this? Players, coaches, talking heads, people who've been around the game their whole lives, to come to the conclusion that that was basketball's golden era and name it that. I think it's because it was objectively a better game.
Vote passed.
And I don't know all the reasons that led to today's changes because I don't watch basketball a whole lot. The most basketball I ever watched in my life was whenever I was in high school in the early 90s. So I don't know what their reasons are, but I know that I feel like for football, I think that the reasons are because the players, their size to speed ratio just went through the roof. And I think that has to do with the proliferation, availability, and affordability of sports medicine. That's a better way to say it, rather than performance-enhancing drugs, because I feel like sports medicine captures everything from working out to supplements. That's another word I was looking for. Methodology on how to work out. It just became a big money thing. And so you got a lot of expertise in there. And it changed the human bodies. All right, well, enough of that. Let's see, let's do our last thing here by getting these drone hubs up and then save the game. So we're gonna want to... Boy, that's a little bit hard to tell. I have to look up at the top there. I'm pretty sure this is the spot. Okay, so I can't build here until this operation's done. Well, get me some waste rock, doggone it. What do I need? 3 more waste rock? Here, man, power this sucker off. He's eating up all my waste rock. You. Come load this resource. Not rare metals. I don't want rare metals. I want that waste rock. I can't. I can't do it. Once it's in there, it's his. Alright. I just realized that's the guy that's taking all my waste rock. I need to keep him powered off for a little bit. Okay, let's close this guy up. How are we doing up here? 22, 35, 36. What are we doing? 5 in production, 1 in production. Okay. What's our food look like? 86. I think we're okay on food. How many Martians do we have? 17 Martian born. Oh yeah, it's time to open up another shift. Getting a lot of kids. %. This is one of the rare occasions that I'm actually going to use speed 3. We got 2 being delivered. Hey, there it is. Alright. Let's go back to speed 1. Drone hub. Alright, drone hub. I want to go right there. Okay. So, you are not enough to reach to here, which I anticipated. So I'll set you up and bring you out here. You can come get all this and deliver it out there. Okay. What else? I had something on my mind. I don't remember what it was now. Let's unpause. Oh, that's right. Okay, I knew it would come to me. Universal Depot. 1 right here. And 1 right. I'm gonna put it right up against this rock. Cannot build over this terrain. Right there. Okay. And they're set up for 3 each. Yes. Okay. I guess because these drones are going to take care of this stuff right here. So I'm going to send my gatherer out here. My transport. Gather everything you find there and bring it back to here. Okay. Oh, yeah, I need to set these up. I need to filter it. So, no polymers, no electronics, no fuel. No rare metals. I think food will be okay. Concrete and metals are okay for right now because we will be doing some construction out here. Basic dome. Yeah, it's just too far.
Fireball back with you lovely listeners riding the sound waves right into tomorrow and beyond. Here's another science update. Martians are better looking than Earthlings. It's a no-brainer, right? You know, without all that gravity dragging our faces down, we have a little more to smile about. This is futuristic Fabrizio.
This dude cracks me up, man. He's funny.
Radio.
We can turn this guy back on. Okay, send it to speed 1. So we have our depot chain, our supply chain set up. We have maintenance. The maintenance chain is also set up. In the next episode, we'll be putting down a water extractor and a research dome and getting that set up. Not just a research dome, but all of the education and probably residency also, and convert this dome into, I think, maybe comfort and farms, like one more farm might be a good idea. Which means we'll want more botanists. Parks, facilities, let's see, there should be, I'm pretty sure there's like a doggone amusement park or something somewhere in here. Olympus Hotel. What does that do? Retirement home I don't really need. Somewhere in here, I guess we don't have the research for it. We could put a casino up maybe. But there is a frickin' theme park that you can build. I know I've seen it before. What does this do for me? We won't know until we research Martian education. Small art store. Security, medical. Well, I don't see it. I'm not putting a space bar up. I've read too much stuff that says that's a bad idea. But I might put a casino up. Olympus Hotel, Research Lab, Martian University, Retirement Home, Smart Home, Smart Complex, Smart Apartment. I might want to do some research to find out if that's something I want. We're going to have to research it one way or the other, I believe, because I need to find out what this does. Anyway, you guys get the point. Over here in this dome, we're going to put in a research facility, I think just one. Maybe leave room for 2. We'll put a school, we'll put a Martian university. Yeah, probably 2 research labs. And put in some living complexes. And I think we're going to keep all the services and stuff over here, and we'll put a train station up. So this thing may not get activated for a while. We need to have this train station up. How are we looking right here? 253. And we'll have to see how that works out. They will be, obviously, they'll be taking a hit, at least until I get the tech researched. They'll take a morale hit on using the train. Although, perhaps Brazilians don't, but I think that was just with passageways. Then they're not going to have services. That might be a mistake. Maybe I need to put services there for them for the work day. I don't know. They're pretty isolated. It's different than just being a passageway away. They're a train ride away. They might need to be as self-sustainable as possible. So we'll look at that. We'll look at putting in services. We may actually be a little ways away from this. Not close. Not real close. I kind of thought that they would get this metal and put it there. Maybe I can temporarily encourage that. Let me see if this does anything. Yeah, that activated every single one of them. So this thing is full. Okay, it goes by the amount. And I don't want to bang that thing up there because then they'll be delivering all that stuff out here too. Okay. So, is that it? Yeah, we may be a ways away from actually getting this thing up and working. We have more workers to fly in for jobs that we still need to fill. We got 2 shifts worth right here. We need specialists for it. We have open spots here. And this guy right here is gonna demand an awful lot. 14 of 27, 19 of 27. Yeah. Maybe I would put services out at this dome. He has services, right? I might move services with residential out to this research dome and destroy these and put something that has to do with comfort up right here. I really want a theme park. I really want that. And I need to remember we're going to keep farming here also, for at least for right now. Alright guys, let's go ahead and save this. We're on Brazil Sol 28. And we appear to be... We appear to be doing pretty good. 17 food consumption. But we're producing like 60. 50. We're at 70% soil quality. Over here, we're producing 9 rare metals production. I don't know if that's taking this guy into account and the other one out here. I would imagine that it is. Oh, we got 33 on hand. Oh, that's a lot of money. So we're ratcheting up money. We need to get another rocket out here just to pick that stuff up. So we're starting to get to the point that we're making big money. It's taken a while to get to that point, but we're entering that zenith. That's nice. That is nice. How are we doing here for residential? Full. 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 8 out of 11. Okay. So, but we got rooms in the apartments. Oh, we're kind of running out of room there too. 14 and 27. Okay. This guy right here might have to get destroyed here pretty quick. And we put up another apartment complex. I didn't finish looking at what I wanted to up here. We're producing 5 polymers. Looks like 0.7 in maintenance per day. Producing only 1 machine part. See, we need help right there. And we're not producing any electronics. Okay. So, this is not going great. But they're doing the best they can. They're on a single shift out of 3. Okay. So be it. And this is definitely on hold. This will be the next section that we extend out to, I think. But we want to focus right here first. water, education dome, bring residential and services over, specialize this to a comfort-only dome, train, reaching out to here. That's the idea. All right, guys, again, I'm Aesop Grim. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. And I'll see you in the next episode where this story continues.
This place ain't no such thing as civilized. It's man, so in love with greed, he has forgotten himself and found